Now, the Houston Texans acquire Stefon Diggs in the trade that most of us will consider to be a robbery. All right, they are not only getting Stefon Diggs, but they get a 6th-round pick for this year's draft and a 5th-rounder for the 2025 draft next year. And all they had to give up was a 2nd-round pick. You can say that Stefon Diggs is getting up there in age, but he's a Hall of Fame caliber player. And I'm not saying he's a future Hall of Famer, but I am saying that he is a Hall of Fame caliber player. He has been one of the 5 best wide receivers in the NFL for over the last 4 years. And when you have a player that has a Hall of Fame ceiling, they regress at a slower rate than normal. All right? And Stefon Diggs still has 3-4 high-level years left of high-end play. Yeah, his numbers went down in some departments, but let's not act like Stefon Diggs isn't a true number 1 wide receiver. I've seen some people on X try to make that argument that Stefon Diggs may not be as good as a number 1 as what people think. Listen, him going to the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, and Nico Collins should have not been allowed to happen. You want to know why? The Houston Texans now have 2 of the NFL's best route runners, best separators on their offense. Tank Dell, great route runner, great separator. Same thing with Stefon Diggs. And they're going to be a perfect fit for CJ Stroud and what he's going to be expected to do in year 2. Because you see, when you have a young quarterback that's in ascension mode like CJ Stroud, and he kind of has developed faster than what you were expecting, you got to strike where the iron's hot. You got to try to win the Super Bowl as fast as possible before you have to pay this dude, because he's going to break the bank, and you're not going to have the opportunity to go out and get players like Stefon Diggs when they come available, because you're not going to have the cap space. You get a guy like Stefon Diggs who still is in his prime. He still has several good years left in him. And you pair him up with Nico Collins, Tank Dell, who also are on really cheap deals, along with the rookie QB, who was so good that he ended up transforming the Houston Texans franchise from irrelevant to the AFC South Division Championship, or AFC South Division champions, when nobody expected it. Everybody thought it was the Jacksonville Jaguars division to lose. When you have a guy like CJ Stroud, he can change the trajectory of your franchise so fast that you can become a Super Bowl contender in the span of only 2-3 moves. Getting Stefon Diggs makes you one of the 3 best teams in the AFC going into next season. Undoubtedly, you had a great defense last year. Your offense was really good too, despite how bad your offensive line played at times and the inconsistency that you got from the run game. Now you give CJ Stroud, Stefon Diggs, and he already has Tank Dell and Nico Collins. Bro, this is one of the best receiving cores in the NFL. Are you kidding me? Who's going to be able to guard this? You have 2 of the NFL's best separators and route runners on the same team with one of the league's most accurate quarterbacks. This receiving core is a perfect fit for the style of offense the Houston Texans run. Their offensive coordinator comes from that Kyle Shanahan coaching tree. It's all about getting the ball out fast, utilizing the short intermediate passing game to set up big plays downfield. And to do that, you need guys who create a lot of separation. That's what Stefon Diggs and Tank Dell do a very good job at. And then you have Nico Collins, who can beat you over the top when you decide to take shots down the field vertically, or when you decide to go play action. The Houston Texans have put themselves in the prime position to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 to 3 years. If CJ Stroud is the quarterback that we believe him to be, which is a Himothy, a elite QB, top 5 arguably in the game right now, he should be able to do for Houston what Joe Burrow did for the Cincinnati Bengals his second season. Coming off a season-ending injury his rookie season, by the way. This is one of those kinds of moves that a team makes that takes their young quarterback to the next level. And that's scary to think about. Because what is the next level for CJ Stroud? Because last season, he was an MVP candidate at one point. He transformed the fate of the Texans dynasty, bro. Like, there was literally no reason to watch the Houston Texans before CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans arrived in town. Then all of a sudden, in the span of 1 year, they go from bottom dwellers, being laughed at for not being able to get the #1 pick, to all of a sudden turning that into a blessing. And CJ Stroud taking this team to the top of the division, to a playoff win. And then you get Stefon Diggs. Do you not see what CJ Stroud has done? What CJ Stroud has done has given the Texans front office all the hope in the world and all the confidence in the world that they can win the Super Bowl right now. They're trying to strike. Does it piss you off how much you pay for your monthly phone bill? Why are you getting frustrated when our partner Mint Mobile has plans as low as $15 a month that give you unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network? Stop getting frustrated with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports and description and pin comment down below to get access to premium wireless for only $15 a month. That's only $15 a month. Switching to Mint is easy. It only takes 15 minutes to do. If you're pissed off with how much you pay for your monthly phone bill, switch to Mint Mobile today and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports in description and pin comment down below to get premium wireless for only $15 a month. Stop getting upset with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and switch to Mint Mobile today. While the iron's hot. They got a good enough amount of cap space to get some more big name players. This move definitely solidifies the Texans as a legitimate Super Bowl contender for next season. I don't want to hear any of that. Oh, it's CJ Stroud's second season. They're going to get film on him. Like, that is one of the most BS narratives that people just throw out there that's just so useless. Because we've seen plenty of quarterbacks in their second year take that next step. Win MVP, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. You don't think that CJ Stroud isn't working on his game? He's not watching film himself? He's not getting better? You got Stefon Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico Collins? Are you kidding me? Oh, and I almost forgot. They got Joe Mixon. What? With Dalton Schultz? Come on, man. Come on, bro. CJ Stroud, if he's the quarterback that most of us believe that he is, the Texans not only should win the AFC South this upcoming season with ease, but they should be in the AFC Championship. The Texans should be able to go on the road and go toe-to-toe with Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. Hell, they might even be in a situation when Baltimore might just have to come to their neck of the woods in the postseason with how stacked they look right now. They might end up having the #1 seed in the AFC this upcoming season. Who knows? But they look damn good right now. None of us can deny that. So Stefon Diggs, in terms of the Texans' chances to win the Super Bowl this season, with him being on the squad, yeah, like their chances definitely have soared. And they're a top 3 team in the AFC right now.